I'm really excited to be reading from something that still feels very fresh and new and that's still in progress. So this is a manuscript that I've been working on called Everyday Fashion. And it starts with a line that goes like this. For the stereos of cars on telegraph cast their cares out the window ceaselessly, sung by fashion icons who are unlike me. Where I express thought, my face in my room at night, where to begin? That while watching footage of dancers illuminating the grounds or floorboards of a theater, one can occupy similar spaces, can awaken and find oneself, despite bedroom attire, at once distinct and more discreet, more pulling and more gaps during the process of putting clothes on. Bar banter happens, dinner appears, cookies appear in the form of entreaties, wine, leaves appear on trees in various colors, speech bubbles between two persons appearing, a day in the life of blankets when not in use do they dream of bodies, I wonder. Without that they lay there, soft and desolate, the things that happen when one isn't looking, like narratives, afloat of flame, flare-like and self-aware within the cover of a tree line. One woman holds her chin in her hands and explains, I think you know better than I do, while the other, with her legs crossed, both seated at a table, extends a hand. It's not impossible. The ongoing theater of our emotions eviscerates, sends rivulets that appear in streams, gestures that occur in random simultaneity, or do not and appear in sequences of gestures made by a single body, proclaiming loudly like the sign that says, this is what it means to be alive. The Anns, the Lauras, the Lisa, way of coming into oneself in name. Individualities verified by last letter, marriage, optional sex change. In name, I am an individual. New kid on the block of myself in observance of holiday identity. Among commuters, among travelers, among contemporaries. The shock, shipwreck, reality of myself in the world. Yourself in, and awkwardly placed. Where is the position for this? Where is the way that I feel in myself or way of weird approach? What is the posture? Who are the models I find myself texting you late one night after seeing grown-ups act out, slave away at being like children? You ask me if I'm all right, and I tell you that, I don't know, I'm upset about something. My disposition in relationships is so shaky, I miss loneliness out of fear of being without anything to miss, out of fear of being doubtlessly happy. I sit and write, telling myself to shake it out, and it shakes me down, gets to the core of me. In day, in nighttime, beside soft yellow lights that dot the building next door, while sitting on the porch beside crowds, drinking heavily, listening to music. The air and its quality, the soft moon which we notice, like a rock among inconsistent twinkles, the certain quality of acoustics as a result of figures lacking in my room catches your eye like a pick before we snuggle under the blankets in a western, the railroad murmuring in the distance along tracks, Oakland 18 minutes, Orinda 26 minutes. Beyond city center, the soft touch of air guitar, your friends gathered around the record player singing Guthrie tunes. Too wistful for a work night, or just wistful enough to fight as a result of it. In the grass at the city, under awnings, red-eyed and sick of caffeine a day later, brimming with revelations. It is so simple what we try to do who are forbidden, sleep and eat beneath the neon streetlights. What is the problem? We band together and try on governments and face retribution like a Western. The politicians just don't get it. It's a sleepover. What's the big deal? It's a march. What's the big deal? We've seen it before, and now politicians testify to participating in it in order to receive brownie points, street cred, sax solo, raise your fist and say culture war. culture war.